everybody. Welcome, and right now we have our first guest. Now, he's a famous comedian. We call him a celebrity. Please put your hands together for Joe Wong. Welcome, Joe.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me here.
Now, you come from China, and if there's one thing I know, it's Chinese dialect. So I have to ask you, do you speak Cantonese or do you speak Mandarin?
Does it make a difference for you?
Yes, because I do speak some Mandarin. Ni hao.
Oh, ni hao. Yeah, that's the dialect I speak.
Oh, good, good. Then you also know Pijo. Pijo.
Pijo,
yeah.
Beer.
Yeah. I got more words for you later, Joe.
Okay, good.
Now let's talk. You actually have been on The Late Show with David Letterman. You've been on Ellen. So you've seen the light, real talk shows. But now you're here on this show, Joe.
Yeah,
Tell me.
I try my best.
What do you think of the darkness here?
Oh, I don't see any darkness. Lots of bright colors.
I mean, you've seen the big time. What can you tell us? We might need some advice because eventually, years down the road, we want to grow into Boston's late-night national show. What advice do you have for us?
I would say just keep going, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
keep going. How about it, everybody? From Joe Wong. Do another 75 episodes, Steve. Come on, lose your house. Let's
My
talk.
house?
Not your house. You'll be fine, Joe, because you're hilarious. I've seen all your stuff. You just recently did an AP dinner, right? It was for the White House correspondents?
Yeah, it's the correspondence dinner in Washington, D.C. Back in March 17th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, who was there? I saw Joe Biden was there, right?
Yeah, Joe Biden was there. Some of the Supreme Court justices, senators and representatives and lobbyists, reporters, like 2,000 people in the audience. Yeah.
A lot of people from Washington. Now, what about President Obama? Was he there?
No, he wasn't, unfortunately. He was scheduled to be there, but 2 weeks before the show, he just decided he wanted to do something else. I guess he heard that I'm coming, so...
Come on now. Did you get a chance to meet the president yet?
No, I never met him, yeah.
Yeah. Well, neither have I.
Okay.
So, don't feel bad.
Yeah.
What about your experience with The Late Show? What was that like?
Oh, it was great. It was at the Ed Sullivan Theater, from the Beatles, all the way to, all the great comedians I've ever respected performed on that theater, so it was just an incredible experience. Did
you know of the history when you went there about what actually happened at the Ed Sullivan Theater?
Oh, yeah.
So this was a great honor for you?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I was so excited.
It must have been great.
Yeah.
What about on Ellen now?
Oh, Ellen, she is a very, I don't know, just a really warm person. I first met her at Ellen every year has the longer, wider, and bigger show. Yeah. And last year was in Chicago. I went there, during the rehearsal, she went on the stage, and as she was escorted out of the stage, and all of a sudden said, okay, I got to say hello to Joe Wong. I stepped down the stage and shook hands and chatted a little bit. So I was really starstruck at the time, but she's super nice.
That's amazing. Actually, the great thing about it is that David Letterman and Ellen both knew Johnny Carson, and you met them, so now you're my closest link to Johnny Carson. That's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, speaking of Johnny Carson, I was just at Johnny Carson's hometown, Norfolk, Nebraska, back in June. Yeah.
Is he buried there?
That I'm not sure.
Okay.
He donated some money, and there's like a big theater that houses over 1,000 people.
Yeah.
I saw his, the little house that he grew up in, and it was really nice.
Yeah, were you performing out there?
Yeah. There was the Great American Comedy Festival every year.
How did you do?
Oh, I did well. I won the competition this year.
Oh, that's well.
Yeah.
You won the competition. So, what's interesting about Johnny Carson and you being there is that we've asked Doc Severinsen to come on the show. He's still alive, and he performs. He was the band leader. Oh. I mentioned to him Tony, and he has not responded. So I don't know what that means, Tony. Obviously, he's not impressed by you.
Thanks,
but we hope he comes on because he still tours with a band of his, and he lives in Mexico, but he travels up through Arizona. So we're hoping either to get him here for our 100th episode or to interview him live via satellite. We don't know if it'll happen, but we're going to tell him that Joe Wong said to do it, right, Joe?
Oh yes, definitely. If I said so, and he has to do it. No.
Yeah. Now there's something special happening for you in November here in Boston. What is it?
Oh yeah, so every year Boston has the Boston International Comedy and Film Festival, and this year I will be honored as the Comedian of the Year in Boston. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Now, usually someone gets roasted there. Who's going to roast you?
Tony V. I don't know any of you know Tony V.
He's a big comedian here in Boston. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He started in the 80s, and he was one of the big names from the Ding Ho Comedy Club. They also produced like Stephen Wright, Lenny Clark.
Well, can you do me a favor when he roasts you?
Yeah.
Can you ask him to come on my show?
Yeah, I'll definitely bring this up.
All right.
I will use this cup.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. You want that mug? You'll be the first one. You can take the mug. How about that? I'll buy another one.
I'll take it.
If you bring it to the roast, I'll give you